your chicken comes along, woof, there we go, it's got scaly leg mite. Hi, welcome back to Flights of Fancy with me, Phil Weymouth, to Ask Phill 36, and this one is about scaly leg mite. What it is, how do we spot it, and how do we treat it? So what is it? It's called scientifically Nemoctopes mutans, which is, you can see why we call it scaly leg mite, because this little what name crawls up the leg of your chicken and goes underneath the scales on your chicken's legs and goes underneath. It feeds on your chicken, it poos in your chicken, and it causes tremendous irritation, and it's horrid. It makes you sort of scratch just thinking about it, really. These things have got a life cycle of 10 to 14 days, and so they breed very quickly. So you need to, once you've found out that your bird's got it, you need to treat them quickly, because obviously that pain and stress is very bad for your chickens, and it can send them lame. They live in damp places, so if you've got damp bedding in your chicken house, or if you've got a muddy run, that sort of thing, then they get brought in by wild birds, any sort of wild birds, like this Mr. Chaffinch here, or pheasants or seagulls or anything else, and the eggs or mites go into the ground and your chicken comes along, woof, there we go, it's got scaly leg mite. So how do we spot it? Well, when the scaly leg mite goes up your chicken's legs, it goes under the scales on the legs, and the scales open up like a pine cone in the summer. All the scales stick up, which is a way of your chicken trying to defend against these mites. Also, you'll get a sort of white mouldy growth on there as well, which is obviously, you can see that more easily. Sometimes you get it on the wattles or the comb of a chicken as well. You get the white, sort of dusty, mouldy growth on there, so on the comb and wattles. So first thing you need to do, right, your birds have got scaly legs, so you need to go in and clean out from the house any damp bedding, clean your house, disinfect it, and the same in your run. Go out, clean anything in your run that's damp and nasty. Think about the muddy bits around your drinkers, especially, as I said, if you've got birds coming in to visit your chicken drinkers, then they could be passing scaly leg mite onto your birds. So in the run, what you'd use is some coop and run disinfecting powder. Put that on the ground. You can use it inside the house as well if you want. And then once you've done that, put some hardwood wood chip down, something like that, that's going to give it a nice, firm, non-soggy, muddy finish to your run. A lot less likely to transmit the mites from one bird to another that way. How do we treat this in your chickens? Well, we treat it in one of two ways, or in my case, two of two ways. We use sprays or ointments. The idea is, because the mite is an air-breathing mite, you need to smother it. So basically cover it in an oil or some sort of lotiony thing that'll suffocate it. And while you're doing that, then you can put in some skin softeners like aloe vera and that sort of thing, aloe vera or that sort of thing, to soften the scales and help the skin heal and go down again. So we've got the sprays here. So what you need to do is get your chicken, hold it so that you can get to the leg. Really, really, really spray the leg of your chicken, both legs obviously, and especially if it's a feathery legged chicken, this is quite a good way of doing it. And the other way of doing it is to use something like scaly leg ointment, which is mainly lanolin, again with aloe vera and that sort of thing in there. And you just get your bird and you smear this all over your chicken's legs, and it acts as a barrier and it suffocates them. Personally, what I do is I spray them first and then I put the ointment on afterwards. The alternative to that is Vaseline, white petroleum jelly as they call it these days. I grew up calling it Vaseline. But if you do that, you get the liquid from the spray and then you put the ointment over the top, or the Vaseline over the top. It seals it in and makes it work a lot better. This is not a quick treatment. It's going to take 2 or 3 weeks. And so you're going to have to redo your chickens, all of them, because don't forget that it's catching. They'll go from one to the other every 3-4 days for at least 2 to 3 weeks. And that should get rid of them. In the old days, they used to get a chicken and dunk its legs in either diesel or creosote or anything like that, which did used to kill the mites. Sometimes it killed the chickens as well because of the level of stress involved. You can imagine the pain with these open wounds doing that. So pretty much that's what they are, that's what we do. And don't forget to check your chickens regularly, especially if they've got feathery legs. Thanks for your time. Do I look beautiful? Of course I do. Stupid question.